Today is Thursday, August 10th, and at 23:24 in the evening, today, the market trend after the data has experienced a stretching of distance, and in terms of this stretching, I actually said. Today is 5 minutes. You can go back and take a look, because now with the changes in the lineup, our pattern analysis is also back to the 5-minute trend line. He is this trend line. It experienced an expansion at that time. As you can see at that time, the trend line at that time was standard. It was almost at this position. At that time, I was still talking about this when I was doing the analysis. If I said here, stop here and break downward, and do not go up to a new high, we can intervene in short orders. This is what was said at the time. So, but in actual market conditions, he did not innovate. He used what he could and also used CPI data to quickly reach a very high point. Then there are actually not many US dollars at this point, about 8 US dollars. This data trend actually starts from the standard channel here. You see here, it is actually very standard. From here, it rebounds from this bottom, sells the bull and rebounds. Then he has a special feature here, which is that after the bullish rebound, after expansion, it was originally running in the standard channel. Then the last time, although it was based on borrowed data, it stretched far beyond. It is a release of energy within the amplitude of the original standard channel. If this release breaks through the original trend line, it will fail to stand firm. This is just like the point of Phylon last time. It is very easy to continue to fall back. And it is the same tonight. I am reacting on the spot here and making personal judgments. My husband did not log into this computer. Here is a picture I sent to a friend. Here is a hole made because he lowered the price of carbon at that time. And because you are on this soil, you will obviously find it. On this 1-minute soil, the stretched data stretched the band from 1921 to 1930. If he has experienced a big hit, his energy has already. In 5 minutes, in this channel of our slow twist rebound today, the energy of this channel has been completely released. That's it. Then combine the soil for a minute. Then combine it with our 1-minute carbon emission trend. There seems to be something wrong with these trends. When it came to the scene at that time, the street scene at that time, if you look at his trend at that time, this order was a bit radical. His stop loss. My stop loss at that time was about $2. Then this order was more stable. Because he has eaten up all the 618 in the last stretch band, the one that releases the most energy in the most violent stretch band, and then rebounds, and then the hole made here. And then I'm going to the line of sight here and I'm going to make the hole here, and now I'm running to this stage and I've lengthened a few parts. When it's time to explore, we must decisively explore and return to our structure. Why do we need to make eggs here? Let's go back to our structure. When we pointed it out to you today, we specially sent a video in front of the data. What we pointed out to you is that our plan today is 5 minutes and 30 minutes. His sideline at that time was at this position, right? They are all at this position. The opinion I gave at the time was that we should have a top form for shorting here. In fact, I did not rule out that after he broke through, he would have a top form for shorting, because my plan at the time was that if he was a good top player, if he wants to go down and then go up, he will pull this form back to 1. Because if he has a down position control, his form will be adjusted and raised. This form is the most stable like this. This is similar to no wave, one wave, three waves, challenge, then no wave, intense stretching, if no wave is extended, and then it is in pullback. What we talked about in the evening was to wait for 4 hours. Go short below the line of sight. His strength here is obviously not enough. That is to say, what I wanted to wait for at that time was to fall down a little, then hit it up, and then hit it up again. This way he has a. There is still a chance to wait, but in fact, when it comes to accessing data, he does not have one. There is a good roaming environment, and then there is also. It is also a breakthrough. Although it broke through the M5 30-minute D sight, it was under the control of the 4-hour short sight. And his breakthrough, you see his breakthrough, he came back relatively quickly. I checked it just now. He came back relatively quickly, so his breakthrough was not an invalid breakthrough. Look here. After the breakthrough, he got it back. And then there's a really good shorting turning point, which is. Let's talk about some entry opportunities. When our standard rises and the standard falls, every trend channel must be an entry point. But if you release energy too quickly, it may be used as a reversal standard. And we originally decided to make a rebound one by one, and then observe the strength of his rebound. It's just a strategy, a plan. His rebound strength has released all the energy here, and then he made a top feature. There is a short position here. According to the rules, the short position is extended. This is more radical. Even if he is also going back and forth on the K-line, he has already seen this characteristic. Then, the apex here is also the small capital loss. Then here it is more obvious. Here it is also more obvious. It is a relatively standard lengthening. Then here, it will continue to rebound. The rebound depends on the strength. It is probably this position. We will continue to observe this position. Just before going to bed, just analyze today's transactions in detail, and then summarize today's transactions. Maybe. I won't make so many videos in the future. One video a day will be enough.